bullshit. No bullshit. No bullshit.
Public, let's just did breaking news. No more bullshit. No more bullshit.
No bullshit.
So long, 2020.
2021.
Same shit, dude. It's the same shit. Same shit's going on.
Well, just like 2020, share.
Am I wrong, or is like I get confused? Like I was talking to a dude this morning. He's like, couldn't keep track. Thinks we're going into 2021.
Well,
The difference between 2021 and 2020 is no more free money.
yeah, and everything that changes is still the same. History repeats itself over and over.
Like COVID.
COVID, yeah.
Like what's the count today? Karen, Karen looking good in the sequins and the Burberry skull cap.
Charlie, you have me feeling like a homeless person out here. I have on a sequin shirt and a cashmere cap. I feel like like somebody dressed me with their throwaways. Expensive throwaways, but throwaways.
What zip code are you living in?
Right. You just got bankrupt in Beverly Hills?
Yeah. Throwing away sequin shit.
Everything is the same, Charlie. It's like we're on repeat, man. I mean, nothing has changed. It's like we're running in place.
Nothing's getting fixed.
Oh yeah, all right. So woohoo!
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we'll do, we'll get in, we'll get out. Tell you what, we thought the biggest stories of the year were and what they mean locally, nationally. And by the way, thank you all out there. Hello, DC. I heard you listening. Hello,
DC.
Homeland Security. What up, Doe? Beverly Hills.
What up, Doe?
Hey, Portland, Oregon's listening.
Oh, what up, Portland?
You know that. Hello, St. Lou.
Oh, Lou Town.
Your old hometown, bro.
Yeah.
They're listening.
They show me state.
People want to know if you're running for Congress.
No.
Because all the Congress people are running around trying to find a new seat around here.
Musical Congress chairs.
Yeah,
is
they
that what we
redo
play?
the congressional shit. Now they all got to run against each other, or like, you know, some Republicans in their district now. So they're all like, we redrew the maps to stop geographic gerrymandering, and now the people are human trafficking themselves trying to get to someplace.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Is there anything more American, though, than carpetbagging and moving?
I guess if it's post-Civil War, I thought we got over that shit.
It's not about representation. It's
You live
about
where you live, and you want to serve the people around you.
no.
It's about keeping a job.
It's a job.
That's exactly what it's about. I mean, and that's unfortunate because everybody's running around and doing all this stuff, talking about moving and relocating to try to keep a position. That's disingenuous to me. I don't see the sincerity in that.
If you ask me, they're like modern day cattle. They just go on where the grass grow.
Well, why bust my fucking balls about it, right?
Yeah.
Like they're all coming after us because look, we're a legitimate news source. That's why this is true. Thank you for this. In 2020, at least a half dozen times, we topped the top 100 news podcasts in the United States, which is really good for basically, you know, local and regional news.
It's great.
Ain't nobody else
Yes.
doing that.
It's hard. That's
And
great.
I know why. Because the newspapers are dying, TV blows, and you need a legitimate, fair place to be,
Yes, definitely.
right?
Yeah.
Are you saying a place with no bullshit?
Oh, wow, look at that. It's a little cross promotion.
Where did that come from?
I don't know.
It's crazy.
It was great. It's unbelievable.
A little easy.
Marc is good. He doesn't realize it. He's very good at what he does.
Very good.
No, I'm not.
I'm not so sure because before
Not
the
either.
show started, I'm like, Marc, we just all want to bullshit. And you being the professional guy
Hardly.
who does like 7 shows a week, been doing this and producing radio shows for 20 years, biggest radio show in the Midwest easily. And he comes up with Because they're bullshit.
That's what makes him great. He keeps it simple.
Well, I learned that from you.
Keep it simple, stupid.
That was pretty profound, if you ask me.
6 times, folks. Yup.
That's great.
Because we're smart.
Now that was 2020 or 2021.
Doesn't matter.
It's only 22, actually.
Nothing changed. You know what never changes?
What?
American Coney Island.
Oh, look at that.
Right? The dogs have been the same for 104 years. The dog itself is not 104 years old. They can't even keep that shit on the shelves. Recipe's unchanged. The chili's original. The onions is sweet. The bread is fresh. It's still at the corner of Lafayette, Michigan. You can still look. Okay, these fucking Coney kits.
Oh.
Our ass is grass on Monday.
I know.
I got all the boxes to get. It was over 300 of these.
Yeah, I heard.
We had to close it down. We ran out of boxes.
Yeah.
Can't get the boxes. Got the COVID bottleneck. Wait, is it 2020 or 2021?
right.
Still got the fucking COVID bottleneck. But just to go to AmericanConeyIsland.com. Some things never change. American Coney Island, #1.
Damn tootin', best chili around.
You know what? And if you need something substantial to change, you got to call ADR. ADR Associates. They get the things done that you need changed. IT, construction, deconstruction, dealing with City Hall, right? IT processes, camera systems, builders, your house floods like it did in
2021
and 2020 and 2014 and 2012 and 2018. Fuck!
I'm glad you say ADR because I thought you was gonna say my underwear.
ADR, like, look, you can't get that hot water heater you need, right? Your property manager, you need a few of these.
Yeah.
ADR, call Barry Allentuck direct, 248-318-9424. And you know what else?
What else?
If you need some change in your pocket,
Oh, wow.
hit me with the music. I know this was unexpected. You're calling Luke Nowacki over there, Royal Alliance Associates Inc. Right? Because none of us are going to get hired into City Hall to do nothing. You just suck up the public dime. Screw it up so bad I got to hire ADR to figure it out. And while I'm waiting for you to come and give me my permit, I just hire an essential worker, send them out to American Coney Island. Give me up some delicious dogs. How you gonna pay for those dogs? How you gonna pay for that permit? How you gonna pay for college? Listen to the music, tell you what you need.
They're the best in the business.
That's right, Royal Alliance Associates.
All of your
Our good
investment
friend.
needs.
All your investments need. Luke Nowacki, 248-663-4748. As it was in 2019. Huh?
Well, that's one.
As it was in 2020, and well, it'll be next year in 2021.
That was been a big change though. Our portfolios with Luke.
Yeah, grow your assets, annuities, individual retirement accounts. Make the call.
Stop by.
You got your kids' future, your future, and the bureaucrats' future to take care of.
Royal Alliance.
And I gotta give a unexpected shout out for the best song of the year, best promo song right there.
Maurice
Wacky,
Davis.
yeah, Maurice Davis. That was a hell of a promo song. I haven't heard anything as good.
I think he made
Everybody
it.
calls that Charlie stripper music. Every time they hear that, everybody starts calling for Charlie to take it off. So that's his stripper music.
Well,
I'm gonna take it off.
no, I'm sitting next to you. Please keep it on.
Yeah, I'm not.
Because as we go into 2021, because I still got my pre-COVID body, just being the end of 2020. Yeah. Okay, listen, finally. Because we just want you to hear from all our sponsors real quick. Listen, if you're going to make a change of address, let's say you're running for Congress, and all of a sudden, you're on an
gotta
island,
move.
and you don't think you can win. And you got to move. You got to sell a house. You got to buy a house. You might need to refinance the house. What are you going to do?
Get your finances in order.
You go to David Hall. That's what you do. It's at Call Hall First or 866 Call Hall. Dig this. New copy from David Hall. Listen to the expert now. It's a new year, and mortgage rates are likely to increase soon. This is the mortgage dude telling you this.
Whew.
That's how honest they are.
Well, look, man, inflation going up. That's another thing of 2021. I'd say I know we're going to 2022. I don't want to confuse the listeners. but they're going up. So act now. This is your chance to refinance and lock in a low rate. You need to call Hall Financial right now. I've been telling you this. And get started with a free 5-minute mortgage review. That's just call. They're not taking a credit card number. In as little as 5 minutes, Hall Financial can take a look at your financial situation and help you lower your monthly mortgage payment or get you one. You know, I know some people are also thinking about getting a house. Now's the time.
Yeah.
At Hall Financial, their number one priority is client service with over 4,000 5-star reviews. Think about that. Do the math. 4,000 5-star reviews. That's 20,000 fucking stars.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why would you go anywhere else? Not only is Hall Financial going to treat you like family, but they can also close your loan in 8 business days or less. They're the fastest in the industry. Get started today. 866-CALL-HALL or chat with them online. CallHallFirst.com.
Pretty simple.
Pretty freaking simple. Okay. Red, what's our transition?
I believe we're going into some of the top stories, cases, and verdicts of 2021.
Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong.
No, we're right.
I'm right. Okay.
And as it ended last year, it's ending this year with freaking COVID.
Yep.
Now, as you know, we're not denialists, but, you know, we're not sycophants here, man. Here's the thing with the left and the right, okay? Y'all know, I mean, I apologize. Some of you commenting on Facebook and then other little bitches complain about you and you get banned for 7 days for somehow, right?
Yeah, that's the new Zuckerberg world order.
I don't blame Zuckerberg, man. It's the biggest social media platform in the planet, 3 billion people.
No. TikTok is larger.
No,
TikTok,
it isn't.
TikTok is.
It's not.
TikTok.
Google it.
No, TikTok is larger than Google now. That just
Google it.
TikTok.
Google it. We'll get back to that. I expect the audience expects us to do our homework before we throw shit out there that we didn't verify. And the only way to verify is Google. Or Wikipedia, except my page. Don't believe that. That's just a bunch of partisan hacks getting in there and piling on. I don't even care.
By monthly active users, it's Facebook.
Ooh, Karen. We'll fix it in post.
No, we won't.
No.
I don't know if that's I don't know. Too many
I
variables.
just saw yesterday there are more people on TikTok, active users, than any other social media platform, including
That's great,
Google.
Karen, but Marc just quoted another website that said that's not
probably
correct.
wrong.
Somebody else.
Do not give any of these political bullies. Karen learned this shit around that big shiny oak table in City Hall.
I did just do about 15 seconds of research, so
Yes,
is that enough?
that's more than anybody else.
All right, good.
Well, I guess we're going to end 2021 with a little bullshit.
Hey, no, go ahead.
The
Keep talking.
point is, Facebook is censoring people.
They are, man. So I'm sorry about that, but just keep
Can't
on.
do anything about it. Yeah.
Just keep on, man. Like, you know why they're afraid? Look, here's the deal with the left and the right. Here's the problem with you people.
You people.
Yeah. So the lefties, look at the lefties. It's like this. The only thing keeping the right-wing, alt-right, Proud Boy horde from running across the valley and burning down your village. You want to know the only thing standing between them and you?
Would it be you, Charlie?
It's us in the middle. It's us in the middle, man. Like, who are you talking to if it ain't us? I'm sick of like being woken up at night in my straw hut shack, listening to people on this side of the valley scream over my rooftop to the people in the other side of the valley.
Yeah.
Come on in the middle and make a community, man.
Where most people live.
Like, yes, that's right. Mm-hmm. And some stuff over there on the left, I totally agree with. And some stuff on the right over there, I agree with. I do. Yeah. In the middle.
That's how it works.
What's
That's
this
how it
bullshit?
should work, yeah.
You pee-pee pants crybabies. Just come on, man. Let's get together. Didn't I say this last year?
Yeah.
You're about to get put in Facebook jail for pee-pee pants.
It does bum me out, too. Where's all my clicks? I used to get way more clicks. What's going on with my clicks? It is true. Come on, kids. All right, look. Here's the deal with COVID right now. This, I got to tell you, we're as you all know, we're setting records, right?
Yes.
Setting records.
Positive tests.
The peak, yeah, and we ran out of tests, so that should tell you something. Joe, how did we run out of tests?
Yeah.
Joe!
I think it took him by surprise. which is dumb because it didn't take anybody else by surprise.
Is it Joe Biden's fault?
I think he followed Whitmore's lead and just forgot to order them.
I think that's a fair question. Is it his fault that there's not enough tests?
No, it's not. It's like your administration stinks, dude. You gave them out like chips at a poker game, right? You get this one for the political favor. You get that one. Come on. We all saw this cabinet, just like we saw Trump's cabinet and went, oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Just like every cabinet.
Yeah, right? Seriously? You forgot? You didn't think a spike was coming? Do we all know there was a spike coming?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you remember the last spike?
Yes.
It was a year ago.
About this time. Right, about this same time.
January.
And there's going to be a spike, let's guess. March?
Yep.
Probably.
And then let me guess. The next spike will be like next September?
When fall starts up again?
Yeah, and
Probably.
then
And
we'll
the
get one in
holidays.
December again?
But is it spiking or is it just not going down?
It's it went down, it goes up. It's like a washwoman's ass, as I always say. Up and down, up and down. But hospitalizations are running half they were at the ultimate world record peak last January. So what's that mean?
What's different?
That means we got a new variant, Omicron, which isn't as virulent. Is that possible?
I've heard him say that it's CDC reported it's not supposed to be as severe as the other one.
Okay, that's number one. Number two, data shows you that vaccine, if you take the vaccine, the symptoms are less.
It's another mitigation.
Yes, right? It's
That's the difference.
It seems to be. All the rest of it is bullshit.
Noise.
I'm getting bombarded. You all know it. I can't take any more graphs that I can't understand.
There are so many Twitter graphs
Oh my
from
God.
epidemiologists that are so over everyone's head.
And then what was this one? Oh my God, 73% of all the new cases in America are, according to the CDC, are Omicron. Ah. And then what is a couple days later? What happens?
That model was a little off.
The model was a little off. What's the true number?
54, I think.
No,
nationwide.
22. 23.
No one knows.
See, it was 22, and now it's 54, and it's like, right, I can't.
Well, that went up an hour
This
because
is what has people also just fatigued because you're being bounced around. 1 minute is this, the next minute is that. Now it's 10 days you stay out. Now Delta CEO called the CDC and asked them to reduce the number of days. So now it's 5 days. I mean, everybody realized they're just being bounced around because of profit.
Look
and
what you just said. Yeah, that's so true. Look at this. Delta,
Yes.
CEO, Omicron, CDC. I can't keep the fucking letters straight.
acronyms.
WHO. I'm like, who's touring again?
I got a question though. When did the CEO of Delta feel brazen enough to call the CDC and say, "Hey, listen"?
The staff shortages are undermining everybody's ability to operate. So, like when you hear about hospital shortages, there are cancellations for airlines. It's because people are not showing up to work. Is it because they're sick? Is it because they're not participating in the mandated vaccines for whatever reason? So the CEO of Delta Airlines, let me make that clear, CEO of Delta Airlines, not Delta the variant, called and asked, and they reduced the number of days. So now it's 5.
I'm just going to pretend it's 2020. I'm staying at home. Government's going to send me all the money I want to drink and eat.
Wrong.
And I'm going to get essential workers to travel for me. I've got a meeting with CNN in LA. Take this iPad with my Zoom face and fly over there into that room and catch my COVID for me.
Why couldn't you just Zoom in the first place?
Oh, there is
He wanted to contribute, so he got an essential worker.
I got an assistant.
You'll have to have that essential worker take it to the beach on your downtime too. Take the iPad out to the ocean. I know.
The essential workers, they figured it out. I'm not your hump motherfucker.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
A lot of them quit.
That was really embarrassing to get some like food delivered during the pandemic. Like, good luck out there, bro.
Who wants food delivered by a stranger?
Well, that's what was the most funniest to me, Karen. Everybody was staying in the house to hide from COVID, but invited a complete stranger to handle their food to bring it to them during COVID.
No, thank you.
No. You guys didn't do it right. I just had the motherfucker set it on the porch. I threw him a couple of fucking leftover pennies that I had, and then I hit it with the fire extinguisher.
Charlie. He's picking it up from a restaurant. He or she is picking it up from a restaurant. It's in their vehicle. You don't know if their car is dirty or clean. Maybe they want to try your fries. No.
These aren't people. These are zombies. They don't have feelings or families.
You know what? That is such a good. How often did you hear during, COVID's still going on, about, we got to take care of each other.
Record going on.
we gotta just take care of everybody, and we got to be concerned and have empathy for each other. It's like, have you ever seen how we treat Uber deliverers?
Yeah, except for them DoorDash deliverers, you don't tip.
Your garbage collectors.
Anybody ever high-fived a garbage guy?
No, we treat them like shit.
They're cool as dudes, too.
Ridiculous. I always give them.
I've tipped mine, Charlie, to be honest with you. I do.
Everybody.
You go out and tell them thank you. Seriously. You just, you tip folks. If you can, you tip them and let them know that because 9 times out of 10, maybe there's somebody before you at a restaurant or something that wasn't able to. I mean, tip everybody if you can.
That's true, but breaking news. Inflation, that tip shit's over, bro.
Yeah.
I can't afford it.
Right.
I can't afford it.
We were just talking about this, wasn't we?
Yeah. Pack of cigarettes and a 6-pack of beer be $20 plus all that change in the dish at the register.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
got us.
Got to be getting back to normal, man. I mean, what else are we going to do? But by the way, to finish that number thing, right? 73, 54, 22. Here's the media. Let you in on this, folks, because you're smart. You're the smartest fucking people out there. And you're looking for the truth. Here's the truth. Over the holidays, it's very slow in the newsroom. They don't got stuff saved. In the old days, when they actually had people on staff, they would have holiday stories. They don't have it. So they go rifling through the Associated Press, and they just grab shit. So yesterday, it went around the country, and specifically here in Detroit, that the director of the CDC said, since the beginning of December, we've identified 43 cases of Omicron. Okay? In the country. 43 cases.
Seems a little low.
And yet I'm thinking, didn't I read last week it was 73% of all cases?
Yeah.
Right? And then it was 22, 54.
Right.
Okay. What they had done is it takes one dope in the new world. They found this old story in the AP file, and they popped it up there.
Oh, great.
No matter that it was from December 8th, right? And then everybody popped it up there. And I'm working in the Coney Kill warehouse, and I get the alert, and I'm like, what? Hold on a minute, boss. I got to do some checking. I'm fucked up over here. It took me like 2 hours. Like, this shit's old. And then I go back to check it, and it disappeared. So your news sources, you know what they did? They fucked up. They gave you an old-ass story, and they just took it down. They didn't explain.
No correction.
They didn't correct it. We regret the mistake that happens. You just take it down?
Shouldn't there be a correction with the guy's picture who put it up there to begin with? Correction, this idiot.
I know if they'd have been on Facebook, they'd have been in Facebook jail now for giving false information.
Yeah. And so you realize how confused we all are, how we're all getting mad at it. Come on, man. Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. I think a lot of people, I feel like I'm corona'd out. I just don't. It's not that I don't care. I'm tired. I can't take it anymore. I don't even care what the next version is. Just come on. Let's go.
Well, it does. There did seem to be a lot of outrage and a lot of alarmness for so many stories this year. Then we just moved on.
I think people realize that they're just getting bounced around. It's one thing one day. People aren't even really listening to the people that they claim they're listening to. And so, it's just everybody's making this stuff up as they go along. That's what it feels like.
Speaking of food being delivered to your home, speaking of original content in COVID, I have a little something prepared.
Oh.
Because this is the original stuff. Okay? This is what we're doing. COVID data from the Whitmer administration, to me, is a lot like the McRib sandwich. 1 minute it's there, the next minute it's gone. Few know exactly when it's available, where you can get it, or whether it's even real meat. You're left looking for the notice on the marquee, available for a limited time only. Okay, so as the Delta variant wreaked havoc in recent months. Michigan has been among the worst hit in the country and the very worst in the Midwest in every COVID metric, including the most important, the only one, death. Now, with the more contagious Omicron, is it Omicron? Omicron?
I'm Omnicron.
There's no N. Just make sure there's no N.
Omicron.
Like
Omicron.
Biden thought there was an N in there.
It's Marion.
There's no,
Right.
yeah.
The
No, there's no N in
pandemonium tour.
Brandon. Branda.
Yeah, Brenda.
Okay, so with the more contagious Omicron strain making its rounds and a growing drumbeat from her own supporters to do something, Whitmer and Health Director Elizabeth Hertel emerged from their bunker last week. You might remember it because it was Whitmer's first COVID appearance in 6 months. You couldn't get her off the TV a year ago. Okay, what'd she say? Our goals are simple. Keep Michiganders safe by helping people get vaccinated and get boosted. Okay? It's the best way to stay safe against Omicron. That's it. Okay, and then she tossed out this little pickle of a data point. Listen closely. 85% of all COVID deaths since January 15 of 2021
Right.
through December 3rd of this month befell people who were not vaccinated. Okay? Why did she include data from before April 19th? That's, before people became universally available to get it. Remember that?
Great question.
You couldn't get it in January and February and March. Okay? The lion's share of folks who got COVID before April were likely unvaccinated. So it's not fair to fold these stats in when you're trying to point out the advantages of being vaccinated. It's an exercise in statistical gerrymandering.
Right.
Come to think of it, we could have had better stats. Because April 19th is around the time when it was discovered that Whitmer's top health officials had beat it down to Margaritaville while the pandemic raged in Michigan, and those same officials forgot to order 360,000 doses of vaccine from the federal government. And then Whitmer got in a fight with Biden, like, where's our vaccine? He's like, you didn't order them? Remember?
Oh, yeah.
I may not remember nothing, but I know you didn't order them vaccines.
Come on now. In any event, flip the state's data around here, folks, and look at it this way. From January through December, 15 of every 100 people who died of COVID were vaccinated. Okay? So far? Easy?
Yeah.
Easy? Now here comes the disappearing sandwich trick. When asked for the most recent raw data, state officials provided the following. In the last 30 days of complete Michigan data, that's October 21 to November 19th of 2021, 184 of 722 COVID deaths were among the fully vaccinated. That's a spike. That's 24%. That's a spike of 60% above Whitmer's rolling yearly average. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Something's going on. What's more, Omicron will lead to far more breakthrough cases, with even a Pfizer booster shot said to give just 45% protection 10 weeks after it's administered. This is the truth. Don't fucking community standard me. This is the goddamn truth. You don't want it? We're still out here in the middle of the valley, bro. Okay? When asked for the November-December data, this month, health officials claimed they no longer calculate the monthly number, even though the governor quoted it through December 3rd. When asked for the monthly breakdown of COVID deaths that presumably had been tabulated from January through September when they were counting, health officials told me that the data would not be accessible until the new year. So instead of coherent numbers, state officials directed me to a website with nice graphs. Huge graphs. The best graphs. Color graphs. The best. Huge. The best. But they're so difficult to accurately read, right? Just give me the easy, raw numbers. You all know that. We're all looking. They've been doing this to us. This is the conclusion to be drawn. While the vaccine undoubtedly helps mitigate death and severe illness, it is not a panacea many thought or what we were sold on, particularly as there are more viral variants emerging. Right?
Yeah.
Government officials may have undermine public confidence by overselling what the vaccines can do. Do we agree with this?
Totally. And then they
Yes.
got nerve to be coming out with a pill.
Well, okay, we'll see. We'll see.
No.
But to disguise that obvious conclusion, the administration has once again taken to statistical shell and pea game as it did with the nursing home data. More on that in a moment. The moral thing for Whitmer to have done is to repeatedly remind vaccinated people that they are not as safe as they think. She needs to discourage people from traveling and gathering in large numbers at holiday parties if you believe what you believed a year ago. Some of you don't believe that, some of you do. I'm in the middle. I'm not going to a big party. I'm not worried about it. I'm in better shape than Aaron Rodgers. And I'm 20 years older than motherfucker. I could throw this football probably over that mountain.
The quarter mile.
Listen now. With the death toll higher now than a year ago, you'd think she'd mustered the political guts to reinstitute a mask mandate. Even if some people ignore the mandate, you'd have far more people wearing masks in public spaces than you do now under a toothless advisory. What happened to hijacking the state constitution because deaths matter? We got more dead now. What happened?
I think they scared her.
Must be an election year. Because dig, like the crime numbers and the consumer price index statistics, the coronavirus vaccination numbers are being twisted to make things look better than they really are. The people know it, and the people resent the sleight of hand. At least the ones I'm talking to. And if you don't, cool, man. Cool. It's an election year, though. It's cool. Let's talk. Those who refuse to get vaccinated will not get vaccinated, and there's nothing to be done about that.
Yep.
And I ain't hating. I get it. But here's the thing. When you're trying to get a group of fence sitters to get themselves and their loved ones, their children, their parents vaccinated, McFibbing is no strategy at all.
Yeah, can I get a side of fear?
You get some extra dipping bullshit.
Matter of fact, add a McPhil on to that. I like being lied to.
Supersize me.
McDonald's may not like that alliance.
Who
Charles.
gives a damn?
Fuck
They've been
'em, man.
killing us
Welcome
for
to
years.
America, man.
Hey, Karen, McDonald's been killing us for years, way before Corona, so they be all right.
Oh, I got nothing to say.
But it's delicious.
That's my opinion.
Oh, it is delicious.
Yes, it is.
I'm going to admit this. I'm going to admit it. I will occasionally. Okay, I don't know if I should say. Should I?
Hey,
Say it, yeah.
It's the end of the year. Leave it all in 2021.
You know when you like vacuum your car out and shit, you know, you do it like once, twice a year.
Yeah.
Karen does it every week.
French fries.
And you find that old French fry in there?
Still there.
I eat it.
No,
I
you
eat it. Oh, I eat that motherfucker. It's as
no,
fresh as the day you
Charlie.
got it. It's still tasty.
Is it like
It's like the kimchi of French fries.
That's what I was going to ask you. Right. The
You have
longer.
to wonder what is in that, where it does not change composition at all.
It
no
doesn't.
matter how long it's been there, no matter what the temperature, what the environment, nothing.
I figure the more of the seatbelt fries that I eat, the more I'm going to hang around like cockroaches.
Hey.
Bacterial immunity.
All right.
I do.
That might be the cure for Corona.
Don't worry, everyone will forget that you said that.
McDonald's seat fries.
You had a little bit of shame sharing that story, but everyone will forget.
I'm from a weird place. You know, I'm thinking of my brother Jim. He passed this year, and well into adulthood, he used to like trim his toenails with his teeth. He was flexible. I'm serious. I hadn't seen him in years. I'm like, he's sitting in the front lawn, fucking clipping his toenails with his teeth. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You want to fry?
So that means he had athlete gums.
Athlete's foot mouth.
Foot and mouth.
Miss you, Jim. Really do, man. All right. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Listen, let's get into big story. I want to do this. I want to show you. This is Google metrics, as offered by Axios, my friend Mike Allen at Axios. The Google trending news topics by week, month, throughout the year.
Okay.
The big spike. The biggest point here is
That they're tracking our every keystroke.
yes, and that almost all major events right throughout the year have an attention span of about a week. Right?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, the weekend comes and then a new week starts. You forget about it.
Now, ones that sort of trend, like it's from 0 to 100, right? So 5% is considered a big Google search.
Okay.
The ones that seem to track for at least 5% throughout the year are, let me look here, Donald A. Trump, COVID-19 vaccine,
Yep.
crime, inflation, the border, the big stuff.
Yeah, makes sense.
The big stuff. That's what we're all talking about. Now, let me just run it down real quick. Start with January, just going to keep moving, and it all just kind of slides like a cursor. Stimulus check at the beginning of the year. That was huge.
Massive, yeah.
Huge. Almost like 100% of computers, somebody checked it at some point.
Yeah.
Got to give me my free money.
When am I going to get it? Do I get it? Yeah.
Then the siege on the Capitol.
Yeah.
Then Donald Trump. Then voting. Then impeachment. Then parlor. Then the inauguration. That's January, right?
That was our January.
That was January.
Wow. I
I'm gonna
thought
start
that
crying.
Then it's Joe Biden, Larry King, Kamala Harris.
For February?
was a pretty boring month, huh?
What did she screw up in February?
This might have started beginning of the border stuff.
Oh, yeah. The first big surge post-COVID spring. Yeah.
I haven't been to Europe either, whatever.
Yeah, that. Which was pretty much the last time we heard from her.
Okay, here we go.
Isn't it their first year? I mean, the Biden administration is only a year old, isn't it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, that's a couple weeks old is
Yeah,
what
that's
that
February.
was. Now, I want you to consider that. This is like the Mount Rushmore of America. Joe Biden, Larry King, Kamala Harris.
That's a
Combined-
quiet month in February 2021.
All right, now
Combined
watch
age of
this.
400.
Let's go quick. You'll see this. Here comes February. The Paris Agreement. Whatever happened with that?
No idea.
I don't know. Okay, then GameStop. Remember
Yeah,
shorting?
that was
Remember
fun.
that one?
That was exciting.
Then Myanmar, Burma, the military junta. I can't believe we were
yeah.
Googling that.
Oh, yeah.
All right. And then Tom Brady wins the Super Bowl.
Sure.
That's February.
Fucker.
Then the Texas snowstorm. That got about a week's play. Ted Cruz running away, running to Mexico. Then we landed on Mars without Ted Cruz. And then Rush Limbaugh died. Okay.
God, wow.
Then Dr. Seuss got banned.
Oh, I forgot about that outrage.
Then the COVID vaccine starts to become universal.
Sure.
Then why can't we get it out there to everybody? Remember that one?
Yeah.
That one trends through the year. Then there was Meghan Markle.
Oh, yeah.
Who's that?
The ex-Duchess of Sussex.
Oh, right. With the
married-
scandal about the family.
Yeah, she left the
mistreating
royals.
her. She left the royals, right.
Oh, man, they hated her.
Yeah, we still hate her. She's awful.
They hate her. And then the next week,
Let's go back to Hollywood.
then the next week it was we don't hate Meghan Markle anymore.
Who do we
We
hate?
hate Asian hate.
Boy, wow, talk about a story that came and disappeared.
Yeah, well, once they got 50 mil, I guess it wasn't nothing else to talk about.
No, I mean the hate crimes against Asians.
Oh, yeah. That's,
Well, no, I think then the next week here it says shooting, and I think it's probably got to do with those massage parlors.
Oh, yeah.
oh,
down in
right,
Atlanta.
right.
And
But wasn't that reversed though, Charlie? Didn't the shooting happen first, and then they came out with the no anti-Asian hate campaign?
you
Thought
tell
the
me,
shooting
Karen, you
came
seem to
first.
get everything wrong you're throwing out there. No, I think it came after. I think it did accentuate the
catalyst,
point.
yeah. Mhm.
No, I think.
Oh, you think Asian
I
hate
think
was
the
first?
story was coming, San
Yeah.
Francisco, all
Right,
that, and then
right.
this big thing happened. Everybody
That's
goes,
what
look
pushed
at
it
that
over,
shit,
yeah.
and it's really got to stop.
And then a week later we went, okay, that's fixed.
And that's why it seems here by these metrics that the shooting carried on throughout the year, a little bit more than the actual campaign of Stop Asian Hate, right? Mm-hmm. Then comes the Israeli elections, and then crime. Crime's just riding through this year, and everybody knows it. What the hell are we doing about all that leftover stimulus money? Biden said, give it to the police and the courts. Kim Worthy was on this show. Give it to the prosecutors. Let's move it along, unclog the system, due process. And yet we come up with a scheme to give it to GM.
yeah.
I don't get it. Okay, but that didn't
Because
trend.
they know we'll forget about it.
GM didn't trend, but Matt Gaetz, Representative Matt Gaetz, the accused booty trafficker,
Yep.
he got a bump,
Yep.
so to speak.
And then disappeared.
Then the Suez Canal. Remember the boat got stuck in the Suez Canal?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was there for a minute. Then Prince Philip, he died.
He died, yeah.
Right. I thought it was Prince, his pervy son. What's his name?
Oh, Andrew?
Yeah, he didn't even make the list. Okay, then Derek Chauvin,
Yeah.
the cop who
Trial.
who murdered
George Floyd.
Then the European Super League. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
The biggest soccer teams in Europe want to create a Super League, and that
I missed that
That
one.
lasted for like 2 days.
Did yeah.
Guys, do you remember the India COVID surge?
Yes.
Yeah, that was there for a week.
17 mil plus, something like that.
Ain't nobody, you know what,
That's India.
Yeah, it's India. And then there's Liz Cheney. And she came and gone, who cares? Inflation, that one's one of the biggest stories of the year, and it sure is. Then the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, right?
Sure.
The shelling in Gaza, that got the boop.
Oh yeah.
And then in other international news, Belarus, remember that one?
Do you remember that? Yeah, they pulled they had made a plane land so they could pull a journalist off.
Yeah, that's not the only thing that landed. The cicadas came back.
That's right. Yeah.
Remember that one?
17 years.
Yeah.
I don't remember that one.
I do remember that. It was very quick.
I ate live cicadas before. They're tasty. It tastes like shrimp.
Are they better than a car French fry that's been sitting in?
No,
Okay.
because the French fry don't buzz around in your mouth before you fucking kill it. Okay, then the border. That's been a huge story. Britney Spears got 3 bumps.
Yeah.
Yeah, she should see a doctor
won't
about
go
it.
away.
She's finally free.
Yeah, she should see a doctor about that 3rd bump. Critical race theory had 2 big bumps.
I remember that.
It seems to have subsided. Earthquake? Anybody? Earthquake?
That was in California, right?
Sure.
Was it?
Well, it was 6. It's supposed to be one of the biggest ones, like a 6 point or 5.
Are you making that up?
This seems to be like somewhere July to September.
No, it
was that
wasn't-
Haiti?
Oh, Haiti was.
Was
Yeah,
it Haiti?
That's right.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, that place called Haiti we worried about for a week.
Yeah,
That earthquake.
if I know this country,
Yeah,
nobody's
that's true.
No. Then Jeff Bezos,
Went to space.
he went to space,
Stepped down from Amazon. So yeah.
and then his eyes straightened out. I think he got a glass eye. The Olympic Games, huge during the week of the opening ceremonies. Tremendous, big, almost everybody Googled it. Did you
Yeah.
Google it?
Yeah, I Googled it.
I didn't fucking Google shit.
I don't remember
Because I wanted to see when it was, what events were coming on when.
The only thing I remember from the Olympics is Simone Biles not participating.
She made the cover of, was it Time? Or
Sure,
was it
if
for
you say
that?
so.
Yeah, no. She
For not participating.
For not participating.
Athlete
for
of the year
taking,
for not participating.
Yes,
Okay.
for taking a moment to, focus on self.
Andrew Cuomo got two bumps, one in the spring and one when he went down in flames.
Yes, I remember that.
So he got about 4 weeks of news, right?
Yeah.
And then he got pushed out of the news by Afghanistan for 2 weeks, and then we all forgot about that.
Absolutely forgot about that.
So did Sean Hannity. He told me he'd never forget.
There's a lot of outrage about that, and rightfully so. And then we just went, okay, cool.
How much do you
Next
want to
story.
think, like, Sean Hannity's full of shit? Because, right, you want to know what Americans are left over there? People that were probably natural-born Afghanis.
Mm-hmm.
And if you lined them all up who we left there, he'd probably be like, nah,
Yeah.
now we got
I
enough
wouldn't
of it.
believe it. Yeah. Well, says his audience cares really the bigger question.
I'm outraged by that one. Okay, abortion.
Yeah.
Right? They're gonna hear the
Texas
kid.
law. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Then the mandates. That one's hanging around now. U.S.-France debacle. Did it really?
What was that?
That,
They were going to buy submarines from Australia.
and we didn't tell France.
Australia's going to buy them from France, and we went in there and bogarted the deal.
Phew, I thought they wanted us to stop using French fries.
You know what this one's like? The whole submarine deal between France and Australia and the United States. It's like when you were selling weed in college, right?
Yeah.
You were selling weed, the dude in the next dorm room over was selling weed, and then the dude in the next dorm room over gave your good customer
Sure.
a cheaper deal.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Capitalism.
Motherfucker, I'm pulling my ambassador.
So we were mad because they did something we practiced.
Bad weed deal. Yeah? Then something about an audit. I don't know what audit. What's the audit?
Is that the completion of the Arizona
Oh,
audit?
yeah. Yo, yeah, that-
Cyber ninjas.
Yeah, that one had some traction all year long. What'd that come out to be? Nothing there. Right-wing people, nothing there. You're not even talking about it now. If it was really stolen, you'd be talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what did anything turn out to be?
Everything
Great
turned
point.
out. Everything turned out to be about 2 weeks, Karen.
Yeah.
According to this shit. It's just shit to scream about. The media's playing us.
Yes.
They are. Okay, the Pandora Papers. Ooh, Rich people are hiding their money. Ooh.
Now we have hard evidence that they're doing what we knew they were doing.
Really,
all along.
you don't say.
Yeah, and nobody cared. Nobody cared about that story too. That's the smallest blip there was.
You know what they cared more about?
What?
At the very end of that, it's interesting how like all of these things taper over the other one. There's no silent news day.
Never.
If you look at the humps,
No, it's
they're
entertainment
all
now.
lined up over each other, right?
Yeah.
There's never a day off of some scandal.
Nope.
Okay. You know what pushes Pandora Papers out? Alec Baldwin.
Oh, that murderer.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
I didn't pull the trigger.
Oh, the death on the movie set,
Oh
right?
my God. So what is a bigger story? It looks like for a couple of weeks here. COP26, COP26. Anybody?
No.
COP26.
See, it sounds like a disease.
Google that. Karen would know this. If you don't know it, Karen, make something up.
No, Charlie.
The UN Climate Change Conference.
Really?
Do not remember that.
That got more action than Alec Baldwin?
That's probably people going, what is COP26? Because they saw that on the
Oh,
news.
I know what it is.
Have you seen Alex's last couple films?
Fucking tsunami, bro. Fucking train wreck. No, I think this has to do with. This is the viral video of Biden falling asleep at it.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta be.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing I will support that he did last past year was sleeping at that conference.
Oh, my God.
Because who wouldn't fall asleep at that conference?
I mean, what do you listen? You dummies. Look, You know what? Voted Democrat a lot in my life. Grew up blue collar Democrat. Know a lot of Democrats. Love them. But who are these fancy pants little shiny faced bitches running the party? Why would you take Grandpa, my president,
Yes.
and stick him in that shit for a photo op?
Of course he's going to fall asleep.
Motherfucker, man.
Yeah.
Make Kamala do it.
Knowing his nap time is at 12:30 every
Of course
day.
it's nap time. He deserves a nap time.
It is proven that she is in over her head.
Yep.
That's exactly what it is. Everybody was buying into, the whole chameleon thing. She was what everybody wanted her to be, whether she was black or Indian, Jamaican or whatever. But, after that, it's like, psh, and it started to show.
Wait a minute.
And
So
people are
she's
disappointed.
so listen to Karen now. Kamala Harris is female,
right?
black.
No.
Well, okay, of African descent.
Minority. Let's just.
No. I got to make a point here.
Okay.
African descent, Asian roots. This is Karen. Karen. Listen to Karen ain't falling for stuff. By the way, Karen and I don't really see everything the same, which is why it's a beautiful relationship. But listen what she's telling you. You got permission to drop the fucking pretense and look at the quality of the work an individual is doing. Am I correct?
And that's all I'm saying, Charlie. I'm not taking away anything from who she is, what she's accomplished, but we buy into the performative nature of things. Oh, everybody wear pearls. She's an AKA. She's this, she's that. Okay, but what are you bringing to the table? People forgot to look at her record as a prosecutor in California. All the actions that she did that were totally against Black people from top to bottom, and she was heavily criticized. It's like, okay, but what are you bringing to the table? And I think people are just seeing it. Look, and even Joe Biden. Joe Biden's been kicking the can. He dangled eliminating student debt in front of Black voters for so long. It's like, okay, now we're going to suspend it. Like, come on, people. Come on.
Let me ask you this, Karen.
Stop just hiding of stuff so easily.
Would you? So you're leaning towards Trump?
No. I'm not
Okay,
leaning
there you go.
towards-
Boom. Are you leaning toward DeSantis?
It's not. I'm not leaning towards.
Just do
anybody
it. Just
right
answer
now.
the question. Answer the question.
I'm not leaning towards anybody right now, Charlie. But what I'm
Excellent.
saying is that we need to stop acting like, even if you support somebody, I didn't, but even if you support somebody, look at them in a realistic light. Stop acting like they're perfect, because they're not. I mean, Charlie, if I said something earlier today and you disagree with it and you say, Karen, that's wrong. Okay. Does that mean that you don't like me? Does that mean that you're kicking me off the show? Does that mean we aren't friends? No, that means that we disagree, or you said I did.
Here's a thought for the new year.
That's how we have to look at things. What did you say?
So that's a thought for the new year. Just make a note. Kick Karen off the show.
And just to,
You don't have to kick me off, Charlie. Just say, Karen, I'll call you later.
It's the
And
shirt,
I'll-
Karen.
and I'll
I'm so
give you a
bedazzled.
call.
Don't worry, your Zoom will probably do it for us.
I want to just on the end of what Karen said. I think what happened with Kamala because we didn't want her in the primary.
Kabbalah. It's a Vidalia
Whatever.
onion. It's a Kabbalah.
What the
Harris.
hell ever? Tomato, tomato, potato, potato. We didn't want her ass in the primary, and we said that, but we were so Trumpetized. A lot of the voters that voted for them were Trumpetized. They were tired of Trump. They didn't want the ideal of Trump, and they bought the fake bill of sales. I mean,
Yeah.
I was one of them.
Do you think people buy into Kamala because she is female and she's good looking?
Just wanted Trump out.
Well, no,
What
there's
if
no
Trump-
doubt that's the biggest thing they had going for them
Yeah.
in the last election is they were not Trump.
And how did that happen? Let me just remind you, folks. Please.
I don't remember.
Please. This is why this is important, and people are afraid of all of us here. Because the middle, the independent, basically white men, went from Trump to Biden. This is the big psychosis in these parties. You being smart, you being of your own mind, right? Making your own decisions and not being afraid to say it. I'm just asking, hold it together and respect each other. But I can, because I'm one of them. This audience is, we get calls, man. I'm getting calls from the national committees. If you want to go after me, you don't even know your own party is calling me looking for information. You don't know that? We work really fucking hard here to be simple, but to be in the streets and among the people.
Yeah, loyalty cannot be blinding.
And we will do that through 2022.
Karen, you're still there, right?
Maybe.
I think
I was gonna say all those jokes. Cross that out, Charlie. All those jokes about her not being on the show.
Yeah,
No. I mean, if you're listening this Sunday, it's the new year, and Karen, thank you for your service. Oh,
Hey,
she's
I
pissed.
dressed up for this to be abused all day.
Getting abused all day. I'm sorry. All right, let me wrap it up. Then the last two stories for the date of ending period is Build Back Better.
Yeah.
Big hump here at the end. That bitch is dead, I think.
Yeah.
And then tornadoes.
Oh, Kentucky.
Tornadoes.
Yeah, oh yeah, Kentucky.
But we already
was
forgot about that too.
Yeah. And they're not even done
recovered at all.
picking- Oh, dude.
I think they still getting lambs and sheeps out of trees down there.
Okay.
Bad.
So there. Okay, so, all right. What is you got something, Red?
Yeah.
You thought was like a big deal this year, American society. What was it?
I was really surprised in that change in society's thought in prosecuting police officers this year. And in 2021, I think all the years showed and proved that the society is going to start holding police a little bit more accountable. They're changing their thought on these things.
So Derek Chauvin, right?
Yeah, Derek Chauvin, who killed George Floyd in
Convicted
2020.
of murder. You can now say
Convicted of-
murder.
I'm sorry, he had convicted of murder, who actually pled guilty, and as part of his guilty plea will do more time, extra time.
But he's going to do it in the federal pen, isn't he?
Right, that was part of the agreement.
Why would he take more time and go to the federal pen?
Because if he goes into the regular population survival rate, probably ain't too that good for him. They're not going.
He going to Club Fed.
Yeah, so he go club fed and get a little bit more protection and sit there for about minimum 20 to 25 years. He was originally sentenced.
It was murder. So let's stop.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, right? Again, me in the middle here, right?
It was murder.
It was murder. You saw it.
Convicted by a
Guy
jury of
wasn't-
his peers.
I know he did all that shit beforehand and everything, right? He was cuffed, he wasn't moving, and was 4 more minutes, and he's dead. Sorry.
Yeah, that was clear cut.
Sorry. And you know we respect the badge in this lower level,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, definitely. Much respect to all the DPD and the rest of the police around the country.
What about the other Minnesota?
Well, Minnesota, this actually just happened. Kim Porter was found guilty.
Is it Potter or Porter?
Potter, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
Potter for manslaughter. That, if y'all don't remember that case, that's where they were trying to arrest the young man out of his car, and she claimed shot him because she thought she was grabbing her taser.
We'll say his name, Dante Wright.
Dante Wright, yeah, they were trying to handcuff him, get him out the car. She shot him with her service weapon, and she claimed she thought she was reaching for a taser. The jury didn't buy it. They convicted her on both counts. 1 and 2, she faces up to 11 years.
Do you think she deserves 11 years for that?
In my opinion, I feel she deserves some time. I can't exactly say what amount of time, and I say that because a life was lost.
It's an honest answer.
It's reckless behavior, right?
Yeah,
Manslaughter.
I mean, a mistake is a mistake, but when a life
Sucks,
is
but
lost,
yeah.
I understand.
But there are certain positions where a cooler head has to prevail. People have to be very deliberate and intentional in their responses. Pilots, doctors, police officers, you can't be reckless. Yeah, mistakes happen, but mistakes have to be minimalized and they can't be accelerated based on irrational behavior.
Here's my, if you got, like I said, I'm just going to say what I think, and I'm not, I didn't watch every day of the trial. I didn't get instructions from the judge. So, but I am looking at it like this. You pull a person over, you run them. There's a warrant. It's for an illegal firearm. You're effectuating an arrest as society and the judge has instructed you to do. And a man jumps and he reaches into his car.
Totally understand that.
Okay,
But I haven't been trained.
I know, and yes, I think listening to Red, I'm open. I gotta agree. Like it's such an egregious mistake that you don't just get to go anymore.
yeah. And then society, I think, is taking that perspective too, because we see in the results.
Let me ask
kind.
you,
I think
this is all Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
This is Minnesota now. This isn't Georgia. But Georgia, there was an interesting
Ahmaud Arbery, the 3 individuals, the father, son, and neighbor,
white men.
White men tracked Ahmaud Arbery down because they saw him looking around a house being built.
Running through, right.
And they basically stalked him down, detained him, and in the result, shot him with a shotgun and killed him.
Big difference between the two, though. Those are not police officers.
Yeah, we're moving now.
No, I know.
So we move over there. So that it was an interesting thing, which is maybe there's a societal change of how we're looking at police actions.
Mm-hmm.
But remember,
Not only that,
look at the crime.
vigilante.
If the police don't want to do their job, man, we're in trouble. But we're moving now. We're talking here about
Every case is different. Too.
About stand your ground. Their defense was this: I feared for my life.
Yes.
How did you fear for your life? One of the defendants says, well, I'm pointing a shotgun at him, and I fired it 3 times and killed him because I was afraid he was going to take the shotgun from me as I was trying to illegally detain the cat.
They started the encounter, too.
That's an important case.
Huge.
And Mark, not to cut you off, Charlie, but since you say that, then we go to the next biggest case of the year, which is almost kind of the same, but it's not. You got Kyle Rittenhouse, who was found not guilty on everything.
In Kenosha, like he killed 2 people and wounded 1, yeah?
Right. Okay. He killed 2, wounded 1. His defense was it was self-defense. Well, you know, the jury said that it was, in my opinion, personally, the situation never would have occurred if you hadn't have been there.
Yeah, but that's like
not part of the law.
I don't agree with that because I say this. It was self-defense. Yeah. Does anybody disagree?
No.
Anybody?
No, I can't say I do. After
that trial, I watched.
He was getting assaulted.
Okay, so make 2 points here. 1, you decide you want to protest corruption, you want to protest voting rights, anything like that, and it ends up that you got to defend yourself and you kill somebody. So just being there, to me, no, that's a slippery slope, dude. Mm-hmm. You got a right to be where you want to be
and protest. Right.
What I find to be strange is. You know he's not. Well, I guess he was allowed to, but where'd you get that weapon? You're 17. You're not supposed to be having a weapon. I thought
making bad choices isn't always illegal.
No, it's not. And he even said, in case again, we got people that listen, different points of view. Rittenhouse has given an interview saying it was probably a mistake for him to be there. He did say that.
I think his response to the whole thing has been kind of shocking because he's responded a lot differently than I guess I expected him to, which is good. I feel like he's learned from it. Now he's got a lot of living to do, so we'll see. But I'll take him at his word.
And I want to throw this out there too, like Charlie said, a lot of people will not agree with some of the opinions, but like with Kyle Rittenhouse, I might not have agreed with it on a personal level, but one thing I will uphold is letter of the law in this country, because that's what we live under. So
And due process.
So for anybody that feels that Rittenhouse, really got a extra bonus fair something to get out a jail free card, no. What it was is this slippery slope, like Charlie said, and in the end, he got tried based upon the letter of the law and what the charges were.
Let me give Karen the last word on this before we go to Karen's stories of the year. Karen, Chauvin, Potter, Rittenhouse, Aubrey. Looking at the justice system, do you think we've made progress in this country in terms of how the letter of the law is meted out? Have we made a step forward here, step backwards, sideways?
Charlie, I would like to say we have. But again, a little bit of what Red said, like you have to respect due process. But on the other hand, I think that the circumstances that even create these type of situations have not changed. Am I making myself clear? Like before
Yes.
Okay.
You're
That's
going meta on me, but you're right, but in a small way. Does the big things you're talking about?
Right.
They got to start. So like an oak tree starts from an acorn.
This is true.
So it was in these things when we're looking at jurisprudence, guns, violence, policing, self-defense, big issue in America. Do these things point to any kind of progress in your mind?
Very small, but
Fair.
small, significant, just the same. I would say yes. I'd have to give credit where credit is due. So a little bit, very little, but yes.
Baby steps. Karen, would you agree with that? Baby steps?
Baby steps.
Does it strengthen your opinion in the judicial system?
No, because and the only say I say that is because objectivity doesn't exist and justice is not blind. It's not, because it all comes down to human execution and therefore human error. So no, but I do think that there is maybe an increased level of consciousness that may be taking place, if nothing else, because of public scrutiny. So people are maybe making different, wiser, better decisions, if for no other reason to avoid prolonged public scrutiny.
All right, now let's move locally.
That's
here.
deep.
Oh, it was, right?
Oh, I like it,
Wait a
though.
minute. We'll fix that in post, in which we all go like this. Fucking deep.
That's when I wish my beard was longer.
Yeah, notice I shaved mine.
I know, you look so youthful.
I didn't want COVID particles sticking in my hipster soul patch.
Oh, thank you for caring about us so much.
Karen, floods, power, infrastructure, crime, Chief Craig, Oxford shootings, the congressional map. Take us into the local mania of news in 2021.
And where is the mayor? Where's Mike Duggan?
Oh, I was going to end the show with that.
Oh, I'm sorry. When these kind of things, we look for leadership. But the reality is, Charlie, is that this last year is, as you open the show, an extension, a duplication of everything else. 2012, 2014, we're talking power outages. People are acting like the infrastructure being compromised is something new. We've known that for decades.
Let's go like this, though. That's after we tell people what we're talking about. All right. Oh, my God. Red's house flooded. Karen's house flooded. The Grosse Point's flooded. It was the storm of the century, but it wasn't even a top fiver. And we come to find out what? Oh, there was no power at the pumping station. So they tried to hustle FEMA. Hey, DC. Good to see you, brother. They're trying to pick your pocket for some shit we can't even keep straight and blaming it on the weather. And Karen, Red, have you gotten a FEMA check yet?
No.
I didn't try to get one, Charlie. I didn't go to the city or anybody and ask for anything.
Breaking news. Nobody got a FEMA check, and we told you so.
But wait a minute, I must issue a slight retraction. I got
Red with the refraction.
I only got enough to barely cover the wash machine and dryer.
Was that a FEMA check?
Yeah.
Oh, you got a FEMA check.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this: I know quite a few
breaking
people
news?
whose basements were flooded. They had repeated interviews, conversations,
Yep.
applications with FEMA. They kept putting them off, going back again. Then they brought to them the SBA and said, "Hey,
Yep.
we'll give you a loan." It's like, what is this?
Yep.
So people, I'd really like to know if, in fact, other people had their issues resolved. People had thousands of dollars in damage. You remember we had 2 storms almost back to
Two
back.
floods, yeah, two
floods,
floods.
yeah.
I went over to Red's house after the second one to help him clean up. Man, slipped, fell. I'm waiting for my FEMA check.
Did you sue him?
I'm waiting for my FEMA check. That's it.
Sounds like another McFib. You're a little crazy like. I think you should sue that homeowner's insurance.
And then watch this. How many times did the power go out?
Jesus Christ.
We had 500,000 customers, right? Which is times that by 2.5, because that's the average household.
Yep.
And then take off 0.5 because you got to include businesses. We had 1 million people. No, more than that. Well, more than that. I looked at what was it, like? I forgot.
I don't know.
3 million people. At the same time, Kentucky got annihilated.
Yep.
And nothing? Oh, my mama, I love you, Mom. Happy New Year, happy birthday. On her birthday this week, the power went out. You know what my 77-year-old mom got for a fucking birthday present from DTE?
No power?
No heat.
No heat. Oh, Jesus.
Your furnace goes out, remember, bro? If you got a thermostat?
Yeah.
And that wasn't even a storm. It was a 6-year-old blowing out their candles at a birthday party.
What the fuck? We need change. Flint, I do believe, has set an all-time homicide record,
Whew.
while his population is an all-time low. What are we doing? Where's the money,
Nothing.
Governor? Where's the and in like true Detroit fashion? And by the way, remember, folks, we do that. We keep track of these numbers, this data. The New York Times reports that the NYPD is cooking their violent crime rate.
Sounds familiar.
That makes international headlines, and nobody locally here will even touch it.
Well, because they don't want to bring back up the embarrassing moments of here.
They didn't touch it in 2020 either, or 2021.
Or 18 or 17. Or,
Right.
Like Karen,
Yes.
what? What is the deal?
Fix it, Karen.
Karen, you...
If I could, I would, Charlie. But it's just
Time out. You used to be able to do it when you were in City Hall, and you couldn't do it. So
because
illuminate
Charlie's-
why.
Well, let me say this. It's everything is so process laden. It's just, we have too many doing too little for too few in this city. It's just not that complicated. I mean, it's a lot simpler than what we're making it out to be. We have new expectations. We got 4 new council people coming in, and everybody's like, what can we expect? Probably not much more than we got the last time, to be perfectly honest. And no disrespect to the new people that are
Why
coming in.
can't we fix crime, lady?
The police department can't fix it. But yeah, I do think that crime can be reduced, but you'll never eliminate crime.
Why can't we reduce crime?
I just think it's a part of the human fabric. I just don't think that it's part of society's fabric. But I do think that we can reduce crime. I do think that it is possible.
Why can't we reduce? Because we're not putting money in it.
Well, we're not investing in the right resources. People think that you can police crime down. Certainly visibility makes a difference, but there are other societal and social factors that contribute to crime.
Yeah. I was going to get to that, but now you're doing to defund the police and fund schools and
No.
wait,
I'm not saying
and
that
psychologists and stuff, right?
No.
That's what we're saying. And then
I'm not saying
Oxford
defund-
happens.
I'm
right?
not saying defund the police.
Wait.
Charlie.
Then Oxford happens, and we see how naked and threadbare this societal stuff we're talking about really is. More bullshit talking points, not from you. What you're saying is true. I'm just trying to keep the show interesting, and and get
And that's good. But you're keeping it real, though, Charlie. I'm not saying defund the police. I think that it has to be. We say all the
We
time.
have to fund the
that-
police.
Yes.
We have to fund. Where are all the counselors in schools?
Well, that too. I mean, counselors in school, parents that are paying attention to their kids.
Yeah, I can't
parents-
legislate
Hold on.
that.
Wait a minute. Parents that care, adults that care enough to pay attention to
My
kids.
mother wouldn't even breastfeed me. My mother just wanted to be friends. You don't see me going nuts. What?
Well, Charlie.
I said, man, let's go to McDonald's. She said, yeah, here's the keys to the Chevy. Go check the fucking cushions.
We don't see you go nuts.
That's what I was saying. Wait,
You
Charlie.
sure about that?
I was about to say, where was he at the last 3 minutes of this show?
Too much?
Just in a different fashion.
Charlie, on a
Too much,
serious
bro?
note, and we've said this before. On a serious note, if everybody did what they were supposed to do, things would be different. What they were elected to do, what they were paid to do, what they promised to do, what you chose to do as a parent, as a spouse, as a community member, things will be different. But we want to hide behind a position, collect a paycheck, and kick a can on a problem that you don't want to solve because you feel like it'll work your way out of a job.
But saying this, see, what I'm saying is, you're like, if people did what they're supposed to do, there's an old saying, and it's a very good one. A wise man needs no law.
Yep.
So we as human beings aren't very wise. And
No,
so
we're
we
not.
have laws, and we pay people handsomely to do things. I expect power to be on. I expect there to be counselors in school. I expect the police to answer my call. I expect my tax money to go to the schools. I expect it to be orange juice at the breakfast and not orange drink. I expect a lot, and I don't see any of it.
I just want to throw this out here. I know plenty of people play the lottery twice a day, and the lottery system's supposed to have been kicking money for 50 years.
Well, it
I want to know where the money is.
Well, everybody has that question. Here's original reporting. Others have done it. That money does go. Like, I forget the breakup, right? But
Right.
you got to pay the gas station to have the machine there. You got money that you got to pay out to the winners, right?
Right.
And then the other stuff goes to the schools, which it does.
That you pay taxes on.
But what happens
FYI.
is we've been cutting the education budget. If we had kept what we put towards education with the lottery,
Right.
it would be twice as big. But it's about the same size. It's just the politicians have found just cut that out.
Right.
And I don't know what we're getting for it.
And you basically got to where I wanted to come to. Where's the money? How much more can y'all cut? You can't cut no meat off a bone.
But you
Once
know
the
what,
meat
though?
gone,
This
it's
is the other
gone.
thing, too. We keep thinking that we can buy or pay our way out of everything. Certainly, you have to have money. You have to have resources, but they have to be properly managed. We keep throwing good money after bad money, and we're not getting anything for any of it.
And we
Anyway.
keep
Yeah.
changing representatives, and you get the same shit. And the only thing that's consistent there is big business and the big political parties.
Right.
Just wise up to that. Okay, James Craig retires from the Detroit police, talking about fake crime stats, and that was a big story. Now he's running for governor, but is he?
I don't know.
My mom's into him, but she's like, "What happened to the guy?"
Yeah, I ain't seen him.
The arc of that story is really amazing. It's just huge, just rocket ship, and then disappeared.
I think the Belle Isle thing really crushed his confidence.
Seems that way. Well, we haven't heard the last of them, but it certainly seems that way.
Karen, I don't think he's got a coherent political structure behind him. Do you?
I don't think the structure or the strategy is in place for him to be successful. Can he turn it around?
Yes.
He can. But we've got to see more of him and less of the people that may be behind him.
Yeah, well, without a doubt, I would say if you did a statewide poll, he'd be the front runner. Like the Belle Isle thing was ridiculous, but
Right.
it's not terminal.
Name recognition.
not
is
at
good.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
and he's got a real record.
Honestly, the best thing for him is to not do anything right now.
You hearing that, James? Better get your shit together. I'm telling you.
Well, that's what he should be doing behind the scenes. I just mean publicly. Disappear. Behind the scenes, reorganize.
Speaking about publicly disappearing, where the fuck is Mayor Duggan? Goddamn COVID is through the roof. The epicenter is his city. I haven't heard from this guy in 3 months. And the feds, what the feds say here? Hold on. Let me read the headline from the Detroit News. Respect and credit to Detroit News. Oversight issues, missing documents, plague Detroit's use of federal grants. The feds find, and they want a corrective fucking action plan by mid-month. Meaning, dude,
You fucked up again.
yeah, where's the money, motherfucker?
So whose head will drop as a result? Who's going to take the fall for that?
Or better yet, I don't think anybody's going to take the fall. I think the way that the governments work, here's a little bullshit paperwork here, a little bullshit paperwork there, a little bullshit press conference here, and a little it goes on and on and on.
Till we get bored and tired and forget.
And Duggan knows full well that the federal government cannot let Detroit go under. So all the fucking money gets fucking siphoned out. Your money, Portland, your money, Washington, D.C., your money, Escanaba, your money, Ann Arbor, your money, Detroit. Where is it? All I see is a bloated bureaucracy, half-finished skyscrapers.
Well, they did just celebrate the 1,000th house they've torn down out the extra $250 million we gave them in proposal in. So
Yeah, and
But
give me a list of
Charles,
the, it's like the
still-
COVID numbers. Give me a list of the houses.
Nobody has addressed the fact, other than us. We've talked about it. Loss of population, which was something that Duggan said. Judge me on my ability to.
Oh yeah,
attract
Karen, way to go. I'm sorry to interrupt, but let me what a great presentation of what else happened in 2021. We got the census number.
right, he fighting them.
Go ahead, I apologize, but yes. There's a big news.
Go ahead. But that's part of it, though, Charlie, and people are forgetting about that. I mean, so it's like, okay, we're building all these new houses for who? People are coming in for a minute, and they're seeing that they're not getting what their tax dollars should be paying for.
Or what they were promised.
Yep. Huge deal. Now, I want to say this. If you want to watch this program and not on Facebook, you can always go to YouTube, look up Charlie LeDuff, The Americans, or the No Bullshit News Hour, if you don't want to do this platform, or if you're just listening. But here's what I would like to do. I know that the feds impaneled a couple of grand juries on that demolition stuff, right? Meaning there has to be an endpoint to it. I smell foot dragging. I also know, and Red knows because he dressed up in oven mitts in a spacesuit
And froze my ass off.
to go to the poison lots. I want to push the federal government to bring this thing to a head, and here's what I'm asking. You can go to the Drew and Mike store, buy a Fix the Shit shirt, right? Remember, we run our own private charity. We put the money towards what we think it should be. It's not our pockets. And even if it's our pockets, so what? You've been warned. Maybe it's our pockets. But I'm telling you what I'm going to use it for. Number one, I'm going to hire an engineering firm to take random soil samples around this city to see what the fuck is in those holes. Because every time the feds touched it, they're electric. That's poison in that shit. Then I got to pay the laboratory to give me the samples. And then I'm going to drive to Washington and fucking drop it on their steps, their granite steps that we pay for.
You should hire an essential worker to do that.
Oh, yeah. You can carry the iPad.
Hush, Mark, because he
I'm not
going to look
getting
at
on a
me.
plane. Kidding
Hush,
me?
Mark, he going to look over here.
I mean, the vaccine works, but I don't know how well. I mean,
I don't want you to get ill.
so you can go there and do that, or you can go to, we got a button,
Yeah, no bullshit newshour.com.
and then there's a
Or
donate.
no bullshit. No BS News Hour.
No BS
What is our
News Hour.
website? I don't even know.
We got to fix this shit.
Hey,
No
it
BS
says new
news hour.
products are coming soon. I'm on the store. I'm about to order a shirt because I still don't have one, and it says new
I
products
know.
are coming
It's,
soon. Where are the shirts?
It's the holidays.
And I tell you what,
They'll be back up there soon.
we're gonna auction off Karen's sequin dynamite leftover thing.
But
It's from Neiman Marcus. You got to pay big.
I
for
love it. I
Oh
think
my
it's
God,
great.
that's a Neiman Marcus. That's like a suit of armor.
Wait, didn't she say she was...
She looks like Sir Galahad, Maid Marian and shit over there. Look at that.
I love
Karen
it.
opened the
It
show
looks
up
good.
talking about homeless people. That is
it's
some...
New Year's Eve. Nobody's going anywhere. I figured, what the hell? I might as well dress up for the show.
Great.
The program.
Was that what you were going to wear out, Karen?
I wasn't going anywhere for
Oh.
Ray. This is it.
I met Karen for toast. We're both so old. Our stomachs weren't right. We got buttered toast and tea. Swear to God.
That does
And
sound-
she's sitting there going, little under the weather. I'm like, it's fucking COVID. You know, she
said
won't
it's
get the
not.
shot. You
It's a
won't know.
cold.
The minute she came out for toast, she got COVID.
That's what happens when you step off the bubble the first time.
know.
Everything hits
The
you.
girl in the sequin bubble. She lives in a disco ball, gentlemen.
Hey, well, Karen, you can come to my online New Year's Eve party tomorrow night.
You can come to Red's Breaking News Kickoff. I'm running for Congress in the 13th district because I actually fucking live
I
there.
really do.
I would like to move to Ann Arbor to run for Congress, but I can't afford it.
That's the truth.
And we'd like all you Congress people who are on the run shopping for a new house in a district where you can win. Red and I now have a moving service. We're going to pump you up. It's called Two Dudes in a Bong.
I'll bring the bong. You bring the furniture.
Maybe we'll pick it up tomorrow, bro. Looks a little bit heavy. Maybe I can pick up something small. Perhaps
Just nap on the couch. You're supposed to move.
perhaps those couch pillows. We can wrap those.
So where are we headed, Charlie? Red, Mark, Joey?
Into the future.
I think we could rerun this program a year from now.
And it would
Yep.
be the same.
Unfortunately,
To be honest, let's be totally honest with everybody. It is from last year.
Yeah.
No, it's not, Charlie, because that means I would have the same thing on twice, and that's not that.
Oh, wow. It's just... Cut. We'll fix that in post.
Oh, no, we won't. Not only does Karen not do off the rack, she don't do off the hanger.
She treat her clothes like leftovers. Don't do them.
She treats him like a husband. I'll keep you, but I ain't wearing you. Well, that's the show. Happy New Year, everybody. We love you.
Most definitely.
Keep it together. Respect one another.
Love one another.
Yeah, I really do. And I hope you're as lucky as me. I got the most beautiful family and the coolest kick-ass group of friends.
Most definitely.
We're with you. We're not against you. Happy New Year. Karen, you look marvelous.
I'll put my sweatshirt back on, Charlie.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Karen.
Happy New Year, girl.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you guys, too. I appreciate you. Love
What
you.
a mind. What a mind. Can somebody run for Congress? Please?
Run away from it.
If we're going to waste money in Washington, Red, I know at least there's going to be a picnic on the Grand Lawn, bro.
Damn tootin' with a lot of grass. I was gonna say, who put this together? Byron, yeah.